Welcome to another episode of Play the Hits, and we are back with the probable finale of Perfect Dark tonight. How you doing, Chris?
Probable. I like it, my dear Watson. I'm doing well.
Yeah, this next part here is simultaneously, I think, the worst stage in the game and the best stage in the game. I spent so much time as a little kid trapped in my room. Self-imposed exile in my room.
I was just gonna say my parents would lock me in there after they beat me with a hose and Perfect Dark found me.
Yeah, that kind of leaves the door a little too open with interpretation. But so this part, you know what? I haven't done yet. We've never just.
Are we gonna do the casting couch? Oh, never mind. Oh, yes, we are.
This guy's been waiting for like 20 missions. Sorry, Dr. Carrington. So one of the cool things about this is you can just kind of wander around the Carrington Institute.
Oh, that's cool.
Like,
which is ironically where the next mission takes place, apparently.
And it's cool because you got to go through the whole institute and essentially try to save everybody who puts you through the tutorial at the beginning of the game.
Because
really
why the
cool
hell not?
mission.
Okay.
So,
I'm down. I'm down to clown.
Anywho.
They really love marble here at the Carrington Institute, don't they?
Hey, when you're a foundation, that means you've got rich donors. So
yeah, I was just gonna say, hey guys, how can we use the crap, what are those accounts called that you and I will never have? Endowments. How can we spend this endowment surplus?
I'm sure
Fucking
Mr.
marble,
Carrington,
that's
Mr. Carrington probably went to Harvard. You know, that's where he gets
Yeah,
the
right.
idea, right? So, as a refresher for what happened last time.
Hello, dress.
Or the president, of course.
So,
And
I'm either going to do
commentary
this.
over. Sorry.
I'm either going to do this in 5 minutes or 50 minutes, so we'll see.
Could be a short finale or a very long one.
I'm okay either way.
But seriously, who the fuck is that actor? Like, I know it's not a...
Zach Galifianakis?
No, I mean, he's kind of got the Galifianakis beard, but that's not who I'm thinking of.
He also looks deathly pale.
Yeah, right? Who the fuck is that? It's not Seth Rogen.
Where did that come from?
It's not Seth Green.
No, definitely not Seth Green.
Not Seth MacFarlane.
No. Huh. Well, this is a mystery. I'll solve it another date.
Yeah, good luck
So,
Googling
man.
that.
Yeah, I like how she just fucking takes off in a dead sprint in those high heels.
Right?
I mean,
Really-
she literally did a wind sprint where she turned on her ankle in heels. And shit, though, that dress. I'm sorry.
Wait till the next level. Anyways,
I mean, I'm a married man, but damn.
let the games
Whoa!
begin!
You just headshotted that alien. What did it do? The only thing that would have been better was with like a little 100 points had popped up over his head when you got him there.
Good,
What did it do?
perfect, fantastic. No, I'm
Triple
putting up
kill.
dances.
Phenomenal. Unbelievable. She's on fire. Oh, God. So, how's cold recovery going for you this week, Nick?
Good. I'm at that awkward phase where I'm trying to like cough everything out. So
Yeah, likewise. I feel fine.
Oh, God.
Oh shit, that wasn't a friend. But yeah, like every once in a while, like every hour or so, I'll just break out into a hacky cough, nice cover, and then I'll be good again for a little while. Okay, so
Unlike
off to
me.
a good start.
So the worst part of this mission is getting the automatic defense guns back up online.
But at least we get to keep seeing that leg.
You'll be seeing a lot of it.
Hell yeah. Is this gonna be like one of those anime scenarios where, like, as the battle progresses, the dress like increasingly gets shredded?
No, we've got a little bit of class, as well as Nintendo's, scruples, I guess, if you will.
That's true, but this is the HD remake. Microsoft has no such scruples.
Or, yeah, there you go.
If anything, you would have thought that
Nintendo's
one of the
prudish.
Yeah, right. You would have thought one of the bosses for Microsoft was like, is there any way we can get her a little more naked for the HD version? Why, sure, I have just the mod. This is not going to go well, is it?
Probably not.
I like the like golden body armor that keeps flickering over them.
Oh, the shields?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one of the problems with this level.
Everyone has the stealth camo.
Everyone has the best weapon in the game, and everyone has shields.
Oh, tight.
Which means, like, I can't do my usual strategy of winging them, you know, and then delivering a headshot.
Right.
Yeah, because the shield absorbs most of the impact.
Of course it does.
So, yeah, it's going to be a pain.
Yeah. So, Nick, since this may be the seminal episode of Perfect Dark, we've got some kind of exciting and fun things planned for the month of October for Planet Hits.
I'm the casting couch. I've got your back. Oh,
Don't
God,
forget,
they're already upstairs.
Knuckles is here too. Things get intense, you call Knuckles.
All right, that's not a good sign.
But yeah, we've got some exciting things planned for the month of October in celebration of Halloween, don't we?
Yes, we do. Why don't you remind me what some of them look like?
Well, being Spoopy Month, we'll be doing some survival horror themed games, which are always great because they kind of run the whole gamut.
All right, good, I got her.
Yeah, they kind of run the whole gamut of the gaming genre. I mean, there's stuff like Castlevania, which, you know, not horror in the strict sense, but still very much inspired like those classic horror movies of early 1900s Hollywood, which I'm very excited about. There's also some more legitimate actual like modern survival horror that we're batting around here as well. But I seem to recall that you brought up Bloodstained as a possible candidate. Now, have you purchased that yet?
The promo game. No, but it's $10 and it's next on my to-play list.
Tight.
Oh,
so that's
thank
an
goodness. All right. So yeah, that whole part there is incredibly stressful because if you don't save enough of the hostages...
they turn on you.
No, you just fail your mission. Hostages, experimental weapon. It's been so long.
They take the hostages away and re-educate them into terrorists. They're the final bosses. You did this, Joanna. Their blood is on your hands.
What? There was a game that did something similar. It was, do you remember the old game, what was it, Prey?
I never played it. I saw some previews of it, and I'm also kind of thinking of Snake Eater, where you walk through the river and they guilt you over everyone you've killed.
I got over that pretty quick.
Yeah, me too. In fact, there was a certain point at the river where I thought the objective was to shoot them again. So I'm walking down this river of Snake's own personal torment, trying to figure out how to kill them all over again. It's like clearly what the game wants is more murder.
Oh, not good, not good.
Oh, like fish in a fucking barrel.
There was a guy to my left.
Well, and that guy over there.
Yeah, the three of them.
Hello, ankle.
Yeah, like I said, that might take a while. But so as you can see, like, that's one of the reasons this is so nerve-wracking.
Yeah. So what
now,
are
the gun that I had picked up, its secondary mode is to act as a cloaking device, so it helps, but it eats up ammo. So.
Party hard. So what are some of your ideas as far as survival horror related games?
Like I said, I'd like to get an episode of the new Castlevania, not Castlevania game in. Party Hard would be fun. Not necessarily horror, but, you know, still a fun little Halloween game.
What's Party Hard about?
It's like 2D Metal Gear Solid. Pretend like Solid Snake is trying to sleep quietly at night, and there's a party going on at 3 in the morning, and he decides to just sneak over next door and just murder everybody.
That's awesome.
So.
Boy, we have a pretty low opinion of Solid Snake on this channel, don't we? Of course, I guess it's not always Solid Snake; it's Big Boss, but yeah. Whatever.
He's already a demon after all, according to him.
Yeah,
so.
right. They're
no,
all
sorry,
clones.
that was Phantom Buddy, wasn't it? Phantom Snake? I don't know. I forget what 5 did to the timeline.
Yeah, me too. Like, you weren't actually technically playing as Big Boss, where you were playing as yet another clone of Big Boss,
Big Buddy, right? Or whatever. No, you were playing as like the medic in the helicopter at the end of 5 because.
Yeah, that's right. Because anybody can fucking be a hero if you make their face like David Hayter.
That was the subtext. Anybody can be a hero so long as they look like David Hayter.
Yeah, right. As long as you give him enough surgery, anybody can do anything. Oh, yeah. I like to slow down
and
time.
you know, nano machines and whatever. Yeah, they
Nano
give you.
machines, son.
Really? Freaking really?
Wow. He just
That guy wasn't even trying to kill the hostage.
He brought you down. Is what he did. Wow, that guy deserved what he got. Like, I'm not saying that anyone's job performance should cost them their life, but if you're a armed security guard, oh, there we go. That guy redeemed him.
Speed.
Already, John?
You want to be on speed?
Just speed is important. I hope I didn't shoot past the Skedar and kill the guard behind him, because it kind of needs him.
That would be funny, though. I mean, in its own way.
That'd be funny if you weren't him.
Yeah, right? So, game I'm thinking, I haven't quite played through Alien Isolation all the way, which is a good kind of... It's a very recordable series because it's good for exactly one playthrough when everything is fresh, and then kind of loses its value after that. So that wouldn't be a bad one. But I'm also not super married to the idea either. So if there's any that sound like really good ideas that provide some legitimate scare moments, I'm down for that.
Yeah. Kind of like what I had said earlier before we started recording, I'm a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to horror games. So, yeah, I've got a few in my back pocket.
Okay. As long as you don't say Dead Space. Once again, I like Dead Space. It's just not real horror.
It's a fun horror-themed action game.
There we go. Thank you. That puts it well. Hey, the guard's still alive.
Good.
I mean, he's not well. No one in the stage is doing too great, but yeah, he just turns his gun on you the moment you enter this room. He's like, wait, if she thinks we're trying to execute these hostages, it'll be a great time to shoot her.
Oh, and then he tries to kill her. All right, good. That worked out far better. I used to have this timed so that I would hit every elevator just as it became available.
Nice.
Alright, so gotta save these guys. Low-hanging fruit.
Actually, though, now that I think of it, I was just going to say, the only game that I've ever really been a speedrunner at was the Resident Evil remake on GameCube. But then it kind of dawned on me as I was about to say that, you haven't played that, and that might be a fun
I have not. I would be pretty open to seeing that, actually.
I mean, if you would want to take the reins on our Castlevania-themed project, I would be willing to take up Resident Evil. Oh, boy. Is that hostage dead?
Nope.
He's dead.
But
wow, this guy just forgot you were freaking ever in this room, didn't he? She got my gun. She got my gun. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is exactly what Coach said would happen.
oh,
I am a failure. Right in the dick.
right.
Dude, you just unloaded a whole clip on that poor man's testicles.
I'm well aware of how much ammo was wasted.
Dear God, those bullets just, well, I mean, they're bullets, but they shred through you.
Yeah. Really?
Huh. Bullets
Really? Well, like I said, everyone has the best weapon in the game on
Yeah,
the stage. Yeah.
and they're using it quite liberally, I notice.
Hey, Joseph.
Joanna, we're under attack.
The rack of ribs in there should be done. If you want to tempt them and see if they're at 165 degrees. I will attend to the fries in a little bit. All right, how was work?
That was good.
Good. I'll catch you later, buddy.
Hey, Nick. Hey, Nick. You just said rack.
Yeah, so I did. I almost missed that.
Oh boy.
Maybe
Well,
I can salvage this.
You're right there on death's door, aren't you? Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
So welcome to another episode of Get Good.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Whoa, whoa.
So, fair warning, this will be the most difficult thing I play on this channel ever.
That's all right, man. I'm having fun.
I'm
having fun watching you not have fun.
slightly regretting my decision to do this run through on Perfect Agents.
You know what? We'll play the shits, not play the... Oh, wait. We'll play the hits, not be good at video games, guys. Dude, we should rename our channel.
No.
Be good at video games, guys. Hell,
Well, I just think I got gunned down by Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah, I mean, he literally gave his life to take yours. Look at that fucking soldier.
Well, like I said, I was more surprised. I think it was Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah. But apparently, turning a blind quarter and opening yourself completely to attack is Joanna's one weakness. So,
Yeah,
whatever.
well, that's what happens when you have to get in close. Well, you are going to have to carry the conversation for at least the next 10 minutes.
I'm carrying this Negroni, which is
Can you say
starting
that
to
on
have
TV?
its effect.
Oh, it's food. Alcohol.
So many jokes that I'm just not going to even try to make. Hello. Hello. Dude, that was Sean Astin. Did you see that? We saw Frodo Baggins, we saw Jeff Foxworthy, and now you just saw Sean Astin.
I am pretty close to taking the difficulty down a notch.
Maybe take those pants down a notch.
Oh, so speaking of things I thought I misheard, so did you know in MASH, the TV series, and the movie and the book,
Okay.
they had a colored character named Jones Spearchucker.
Okay, first off, what the fuck? Second off, can we say colored? Is that still a... Is that a thing, or...
I think you're allowed to say colored. I don't think that's acknowledging a different hue doesn't make you racist. But no, I heard this, and then
It's been so long since I've heard colored. I don't mean to dwell on it, but...
No, well, I was a little surprised that on cable television, son of a bitch!
Wow, this corner's just kicking your ass.
You either do it in 5 minutes or 50 minutes. But yeah, apparently on cable television on a beloved family show such as MASH, Spearchucker was the name of a colored character. Go figure.
That's just a sign of the times, I guess. But holy fuck. I mean, I'm not the easily offendable type, but damn. Why do I slip into Knuckles' accent when I get drunk?
Oh, that's where Knuckles comes from. The abyss from whence he comes.
Just a pool of pure alcohol. Just turn the corner, run back, run back, run back, run back. Action roll. How come they can action roll, but you can't?
Because it doesn't do them any good.
I see. I like how the turret's on your side in this level. That's
Well,
nice.
that's because the first objective is to activate them all.
Oh, tight.
Oh, bitch.
Come on, get him. Get him. Get that boy.
Just help that guy out.
Just punch him in the back of the fucking head. That's how Joanna fights. She just boom.
There was a guy to my left who had just opened the door, and I knew he was getting ready to mow me down.
Of course.
Yeah.
Aren't they all? Yeah, you know, these guys in the marble fetish. Oh, this room again. With the one guard who's just a little too gung-ho to kill you. Yeah, there you go. Start with him. Yeah, see, those other two guys, they know what's up. Go for the hostages. Kill the unarmed people.
Oh, he killed her.
Oh, boy.
That's not good.
Is that game over, or is that just
I
tighter
think
objective?
I think I need to save 2 hostages. I think.
Hey, Joanna, you ready to blow that whistle, or am I just gonna stand around here looking pretty?
Oh, speaking of Knuckles, I just watched an abridged summary of Sonic 06.
Oh, dear God.
Dear God, I thought those were like jokes. I didn't know that was the game.
Did I ever tell you I played through that fucker?
Oh my God, I am sorry to hear that.
Well, what happened was the PS3 had just come out, and there weren't many, really high-quality games for it just yet. And I actually, despite all of its flaws, I did have fond memories of Sonic Adventure. So I figured, hey, this just looks like a shinier version of Sonic Adventure. I didn't bother reading the reviews. I figured I knew what I was getting into. And then for the first fucking level, I just sat there stupefied as for 20 straight minutes, I tried to nail this, like, loop area, which is kind of like standard for Sonic games, you know? There's always a loop in the first stage, you know? He's going fast, you hit the loop, it's a cool moment, and you move on. Every time I would hit this fucking loop, he would fucking glitch through the goddamn ceiling and just go on his merry way to his death. And I was like, dude, what am I doing wrong? Like, I remember Sonic Adventure having like its moments of glitchiness, but never anything that was like, this is clearly the way you're supposed to go. Whoops, you can't go this way after all. Fuck you.
Well, that's a high bar of entry.
Yeah, that was literally it. And so, fucking first stage, I decided like, okay, so the game clearly wants me to go through this loop at like 100 miles an hour. I'm gonna gently gently walk around it.
All right, Chris.
And then for whatever reason,
Chris. All right.
Is this happening?
Shh.
Is this happening?
Don't tell anyone.
Nobody needs to know this shit. No
one needs to know.
This is your boy Knuckles here, buddy. Nobody gotta fucking know, okay? This could be between you and Knuckles.
Okay,
go. Maybe you just hand me some of them Knuckle Bucks back. I don't tell nobody.
Knuckles sounds a little bit more Jersey than he usually does.
Empty your wallet into this tin cap here, and I'm just gonna go on my merry way.
So what was this about? Go ahead and finish your story about trying to hit the loop.
Oh, so I couldn't hit the loop. I was like, all right, first stage blues, whatever. That's never been a thing, but it's a thing now. I'm gonna give the rest of the game a shot. It only gets fucking worse. Like, the Sonic stages are passable at best, broken at worst. And then you get to the fucking Shadow the Hedgehog stages and fucking Silver the Hedgehog stages, and it just becomes unbearable. Like, there was a whole game there, like in all the Sonic adventures, you know, you get the real ending if you beat it with all the different characters and whatnot. I fucking couldn't do it. I just played through Sonic's, and you know, you don't expect a quality narrative out of a Sonic game.
You
just
didn't want
to. Right.
You weren't like. Go ahead.
You beat Eggman. You get the Chaos Emeralds. Everything turns out okay. But this game had to fucking insist upon Sonic literally plowing this human girl.
I was just gonna say, was that not the creepiest thing?
It wasn't just creepy. It was like, what am I supposed to be feeling? Am I supposed to be on board with this? Is this supposed to be tongue in cheek, or am I just supposed to be like, yeah, Sonic, you go get that. You just go get that 16-year-old white girl poon. I mean, God damn, it wasn't. And you can tell it wasn't meant to be a joke. Like, nothing in that game was meant to be a joke. It was supposed to be like a serious melodrama starring Sonic the goddamn Hedgehog.
Speaking of disturbing, can we like talk about how alarming Dr. Eggman was in that game?
Yeah, they couldn't decide, like, okay, so we want him to have realistic features, but we're not going to change any of his proportions.
Not like they. Oh, that's.
I mean, there are real humans in this game, but Dr. Eggman most certainly is not fucking one of them.
Okay, good. I saved everybody on the top floor and got the Devastator. Yeah, that was. I'd heard people joke about the love story in that game. Oh my god, that was a real thing.
Well, and the worst part is that's not even the worst offender. Like, if it were just the horrible, like, borderline, what's that called? Animal porn? What bestiality? If it were just borderline bestiality, I could actually fucking forgive that shit.
I'm sorry, I can't get over the fact you just said if it was just. If it was simply bestiality.
If it was just some good old-fashioned American bestiality, I could get on board. But god damn, everything in that game was every bit as broken as that first loop. I mean, there were Sonic levels where you just had to fucking grit your teeth and hold forward until the game just RNG'd you to the end. And like I said, the Shadow and Silver levels were so bad as to actually be unplayable. Like, I couldn't. Like, in Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow was introduced as, like, negative Sonic, right? Like, he had the exact same style of gameplay.
Oh god, the situation is escalating out of control.
Oh no! Grenade?
The alien party ship just got here.
Oh good, here comes the Devastator. Hello. But yeah, so, Oh man, you're gonna die yet again. Not like that I'm criticizing you, just the ridiculousness of this level. So yeah, like, so Shadow in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is just kind of like alternate Sonic, you know? His levels played exactly the same.
Now I can't see anything.
Nice. It was just a cosmetic thing. He was Dark Sonic, and that was okay. It was a little stupid, but oh my god, you literally can't see anything. But I was on board with that.
Blew all the lights.
Yeah, you did. But in this game, they decided he fucking has to be this completely different fucking play. And not only that, though, but somehow Sega seemed to think that Shadow was such a success that he would get his own spin-off game where he has a fucking gun. And like, my god.
Oh like, my god, that game was so edgy.
Yeah, right. Finger quotes edgy all the way through. And
Chris, I don't want to interrupt you. I don't want to interrupt you, but
hey, Nick, you just slip me another knuckle buck. We'll forget this whole shit ever happened, okay?
All right, so
nothing.
We're back. Nick, why aren't you going to activate the defense guns?
But yeah, so I'm not one of those people that's like, this is how you must use your own intellectual property. I know how to make a Sonic game better than you do. I fucking don't. I have no clue. But at the same time, like, that was just such objectively poor game design.
You couldn't...
I can't believe they thought that, hey, let's make a whole game full of this shit. and have,
there wasn't
and have
a
Shadow,
single...
who's a fucking magical cartoon hedgehog, say damn and shit. Like, what went through the heads of the
There wasn't a single section of that game that wasn't just cringeworthy. In the words of my sister's generation.
Yeah, it was bad from start to finish. And that pains me because, as you can tell by like the whole theme of our YouTube channel here, I am a fan
he is not going to be okay.
Hey, you know what? He's holding his face. He's just like, ow, it's just a flesh wound. I didn't need that jaw.
Oh
but
man,
yeah,
I feel bad.
I'm a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, I love classic Sonic.
Were those clones up there?
Yeah, they
clones?
Yep, or at least twins. I even love some modern Sonic. Like I said, I enjoyed the Sonic Adventure games. I've had a lot of fun with some of... Oh, hello. I've had a lot of fun with some of the DS Sonic games. But, man, I don't know what went through Sega's head from, like, 2004 to 2010. Like, there was just... They just forgot everything that constitutes...
Oh god, I got another hostage. Did you see that?
Another hostage.
Oh boy, I just
the bullet literally passed through his skull and into her spine. That was it. Well, I guess she's not a twin anymore. Well, I guess she'll always be a twin.
Speaking of twins, did you know it's possible to have twins, triplets, or quintuplets, but from two different fathers?
No.
This is entirely possible. Yeah, look it up in medical. According to medical science, this is entirely possible. It's like super rare. Same thing with dogs. Dogs can actually have puppies in one litter from different fathers.
Huh. So
yeah,
side note here, it's a really good thing that glass held.
It's bulletproof after all.
Nice. But yeah, I did not know that. That's freaky.
You'll never need to use that info, but you know.
But I have it.
Yeah, I forget how that related to Sonic. So okay, let's get the Skedar bomb out of here.
Yeah, but dude, I'm
oh
sorry.
God, oh god.
The PS3 and Wii era was just not kind to Sonic the Hedgehog.
You know, the worst part about Sonic is he's just got like the absolute worst furry porn.
Oh, I imagine. That can't be anything.
I mean, okay, like, fandoms are a thing that I kind of detest, but man, like, you casually Google Sonic with safe search. Oh, I'm invisible now. Whoops.
Oh, yeah, I've stumbled across some,
yeah, boy, just like, yeah, there is nothing safe for work, which I don't know why I'd be checking on Sonic at work, but...
I like your... I actually like the first composition of that sentence much better. Nothing is sacred. There is no God.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
well,
You're right. That could very easily be a 5-minute mission.
agent status unknown. Give me 2 minutes. I need to flip a burning rack of ribs in the oven.
Rack. So, YouTube, let this be a lesson to you. Anything after Sonic Rush for the Nintendo DS and before Sonic Mania, just go ahead and don't play that shit. Just, Sonic just took a 10-year break. And, then everything turned out okay. Though, Sega recently... What was it? It wasn't Sonic Heroes. It was so forgettable that I don't even know the name. It was the latest 3D Sonic, where you create your own custom character. From what I read, it was halfway decent, but mostly just the same forgettable shit that Sega has been doing for the last decade with Sonic. And that just pisses me off so bad that they've separated themselves that hard from their own franchise.
Boy, those are some really caramelized ribs.
Dude, that sounds fucking delicious.
Yeah. Also sounds a little bit burnt, but we'll make it work.
I had for dinner, Sarah and I ordered from this Hello Dress. You were right. It does get shredded. What's
This is
happening here?
Nintendo.
So they're not going to pan the camera down at all.
A company run by a bunch of Japanese prudes, where pornography is available at every convenience store.
No trace of you at all.
This is true. Hey, it's Hillary Clinton.
Hey, she's back.
How'd she survive? I thought she did die. Dude, fucking
She was
Joanna's
kidnapped by the
legs.
Skidder.
We just,
They just-
like...
I'll make a distraction.
Like, I'm not even saying this as like a delinquent. Like, Joanna's legs are just well rendered. Yeah.
Unlike Joanna's heart in the last mission, it doesn't quit. Her
Yeah,
legs
right.
just don't quit involuntarily.
I mean, she's seriously got some kind of stress or anxiety because she can't unclench her fists. But other than that, did she just sacrifice herself to save you?
Oh yeah. Well,
Thank
you know,
you, Hillary.
she sacrificed herself to have
Nice.
me kill.
The way she's fucking holding that knife is hilarious.
Primary, secondary, primary, secondary.
There's no reason for this.
I'm gonna take down an alien space attack cruiser with nothing but my knife.
While I juggle the knife, mind you.
Oh god. Alright, I gotta
Hell.
sneak up on this one. And
Slit his
kill
throat.
him. Poison
And
this
he
one.
picked up the mauler, whatever that is. Oh, sorry, Hillary.
Got him! Now I just wait for the poison to
Nice.
take effect.
And now we wait.
That growling tells me that it's over with.
Oh, I wish I could hear the sound. That's okay.
Alright, so the Mauler is awesome. Charge it up and it kills anything in one hit.
Nice. But yeah, finishing out my Sonic thoughts here. Just Sega
Oh, hey,
fell.
Elvis.
Hey, Elvis. He's wearing a red, white, and blue vest and tennis shoes.
Da 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 da.
Oh my god.
I feel incredibly
awesome.
patriotic right now.
Me too.
Welcome to our
Like
4th
that-
of July stream.
Yeah,
Well, this
right,
is
that
like
complete-
Independence Day, isn't it?
Yeah, that completely restored my patriotism after the last 3 days of
Oh gosh.
completely ruining it.
Dark days for the country.
Dark days for fucking humanity. Jesus. Don't get me started. Let's keep me
not.
pissed off. Yeah, let's keep me pissed off about one thing at a time. So, Sonic the Hedgehog, from 2006 to 2017, complete garbage, like all around. Like anytime after Sonic Rush for the DS, it was just not
So,
good.
what would you say redeemed the Sonic series?
Sonic Mania. of
Oh,
course.
absolutely. The
Yeah.
game where Sony pretty much threw up their hands and said, you know what, fine, if the fan community thinks they can make a better game, why don't you do it?
And then they fucking did it.
Right?
Yeah, and so yeah, like that's just Sega itself. Like I don't know what is going on. I want to like Sega. Sega has always been just kind of like this weird.
Whoa,
It's
whoa,
kinda
whoa,
like,
whoa, where'd you come from?
It's kind of like that friend you had when you were a kid who kind of really refused to grow up. Like they still think saying radical and wearing your baseball cap backwards is edgy, and you know I love them for that. but they just forgot how to make a good Sonic game. Like, the Sonic team should not call themselves Sonic Team. It's like they should call themselves a team assembled by Sega to make Sonic games. Because we don't know what the fuck
the
we're
best
doing.
part about that is after they made this terrific game, Sega, what was it? Elvis, don't do that, buddy.
Yeah, well, they meant...
Sega proceeded to stick, like, I think for the Steam version, de novo as far as license tracking software goes.
Yeah.
And then once everybody got outraged about that, for anti-piracy, and then everybody got outraged, and then Sega was like, I didn't know this happened. We're going to get to the bottom of this, and there was miscommunications with...
Yeah.
Oh,
well, and not only that, though, but by Sega's own admission, they meant for Sonic Mania to come out and get everybody excited for the new 3D Sonic game.
Sonic Forces?
Yeah, Sonic Forces. I couldn't even remember the goddamn name. And all Sonic Forces was just a character creator with some halfway decent to completely bad Sonic levels. And
need to get those OC characters out there out of your head and on the paper.
Right, but proving
Elvis?
once again...
Elvis?
Is Elvis dead?
Nah, I would have gotten the fail picture. Well, he'll catch up when he's ready.
But yeah, proving once again that they still just don't remember what made people enjoy their games in the first place.
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
It really was, and it's so frustrating. And the reason why is obvious. I mean, they try even to make 2D Sonic games, and what did we get? Sonic the Hedgehog 4. The episodic
The first
DLC.
2 episodes, it never got finished, did it?
I don't give a fuck. It was bad. It was just
That's why it never got finished.
Right. It was just a bad, slow-paced, kind of good-looking Sonic game. It was... I mean, even when they make it so that it's not completely glitchy, they make, like, the most boring goddamn levels. And, again, like, I don't get how these people made 4, count them, 4 of the best 2D platformers I've ever played.
I'm sure the first 4 Sonic games were made by a dev team that... Ooh, $2. I'm sure the first 4 games were made by dev teams that did not stick around for whatever that monstrosity was.
But at the same time, the games still existed. All Sega had to do was get a team of people who were like, yeah, we can play the first 4 Sonic games and tell you, like, what people enjoyed about these, and then try our best to duplicate it. Instead, they just, like, insisted that they had to, like, beat Mario at his game, like it's still fucking 1992. And try to beat him out in the 3D platformer phase. And then when that didn't work, go back to the 2D Sonic games, but then, like, sacrifice everything that made 2D Sonic fun. Like, I just can't fathom, like, what happened. Like, it's one thing to have, like...
Well, you got to change things up for our more edgy Linkin Park generation. I mean, that's why we got the new Devil May Cry. Not that I really care. But...
That's ultimately not even what made these games so bad. Like, I can tolerate, like, some chintzy, like, kind of pseudo-edgy, melodrama. That's one thing. But... like, think of Mario Sunshine. Mario Sunshine is often considered...
I regret Mario never got edgy. Can you imagine what that would look like? Hold on.
It would be hilarious.
That's so attractive an idea that I want to set up the final level, and then we're talking about this.
Super Mario Revelations.
So we finally find the Skedar's home planet, so we're going to go kill their Pope.
Oh, you're on a different planet now. Very nice.
Well, the Skedar captured Joanna, which I should have set up, and then took her to one of their attack ships. So now we're just going to go kill the Skedar Pope.
Nice.
Which, interestingly, is her infiltration outfit from the first mission. Took me
I was just going to say. Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to go kill the Skedar Pope.
Nice.
So, what would edgy Mario look like?
It would look like Super Mario Revelations.
Do you remember when Disney was like, this summer, Mickey Mouse is going extreme, and they did like that crappy Mickey Unleashed or something?
Yeah, or Mickey I forget what it was. What was that? Where he had like the paintbrush or something.
Yeah, and then it was like the most tame crap. I mean, like Kingdom Hearts was edgier than that.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That's the
just
problem when you
whatever.
mess with
But-
Disney, because they always slap all these things like, hey, can't do this, can't do that. Mickey can't smoke, he can't drink, he can't say damn.
And you know he and Minnie are virgins. I don't care that they're married.
Constant asexuals, but, you know, if they
But
had
they
a
work
choice, they
together.
would be hetero. Oh, God.
Right. But yeah, so like Mario Sunshine was commonly held to be kind of the weak link in the Mario chain. But even that still stuck to the formula and delivered a pleasing game, even if it had its moments of frustration. Like I still at the end of the day had fun playing Mario Sunshine, even if it wasn't like
I will
rock
say
solid Mario all the way through.
till my dying breath, I will maintain that Mario Sunshine was my least favorite Mario, but
Sure, and
you
that's
know,
fine.
it was at least different, and I appreciated
Right.
that.
And it wasn't a crime against fucking humanity like Sonic 06.
Oh,
And-
damn it.
Hello. Well, this mission's off to a
There's
good start.
3 random pillars that you got to put amplifiers on to mark so that they can destroy the shield generator, but
Yeah.
like an idiot.
But yeah, so Nintendo never really forgot the core of what Mario needs to be in order to be successful. Sega has just like its own
By that token,
creators
Mario
are its worst enemies.
Mario never seems to innovate. I mean, he's either driving a go-kart with his buddies, he's playing soccer, tennis, or
Right.
going on a 2D excursion. But other than that, he plays it extremely safe.
Yeah, but at the same time, they also polish the mechanics more and more with each iteration.
Yeah, they're polishing it, but it is the same move right and press A Mario that, you know,
Yeah,
we've been
but there's
comfortable
also
with.
nothing. There's also nothing wrong with that if you just, make new fun levels and deliver an enjoyable experience. Like that's all I want out of a Mario game, and that's why Odyssey was so great. It didn't innovate the platforming genre, but what it did do was just polish it so much that holy shit,
The Reaper? Yeah.
that's
I
awesome.
love this thing. Well,
It's a desk fan that fires bullets. Are you seeing this?
I'm kind of setting myself up for remember on a previous episode where I said I don't care if the game is bad so long as it at least tries to do something different. That's what I care about.
Right.
Sonic is like the exception to that rule where I look at it and I'm just like, what the I mean, there's different. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
What is
And-
this? This
and the-
family-friendly bestiality. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And the thing about it is that when Sonic Mania
There he
came
is.
out and was a humongous success, and then Sonic Forces came out and failed like it should have failed.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Let's give them credit here. I mean, Sonic Forces was in development at the same time. I mean, even if they said, "Wow, this is the game to end all Sonic games," they couldn't change Sonic Forces at that point. That
No.
game was ready to ship.
Right, but here's the thing, though. Like, Sega, when Sonic Mania outsold Sonic Forces, it's almost like they were offended by it. Like, this was meant to be like the little side project advertisement for Sonic Forces, and people are treating it like it's the direction Sonic should go, which it absolutely is the direction Sonic should go. Like, go back to the, faux retro 16-bit kind of look and keep the level design tight. That's what Sonic needs to be. And then they came out with that statement like, oh, don't hold your breath for a sequel. This was just kind of a one-time show of good faith. Well, fuck you, dudes. If you don't like money, then fine.
I mean, if they want to keep hemorrhaging, money, that's fine. But I mean, we'll
Right.
see if those comments were anything less than, or anything more than Sega trying to
Sega.
save face. I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
you
which
know,
is
the
exactly
next
what they
Sonic
were.
game is going to look very much like Sonic Mania.
That's fine, and I think it should, and I will gladly play that game. But what an insult to the fucking fan community who pulled them out of the goddamn ashes and made the best
Oh.
Sonic game since 1995.
I seem to have screwed up again.
How insulting is that to the team that went out of their way to work with Sega and make this fan game that Sega could profit from?
Look, those 3 individuals who worked on that game are never going to have to put together another resume again. They've
No, I
they've got it
understand.
made.
But at the same time, like, it's basically Sega biting the hand that fed it. And it's so stupid that they won't just get on board and say, oh, we're just going to keep throwing shit at the wall until we make a 3D Sonic game that you people find acceptable. No, we don't want goddamn 3D Sonic anymore. It doesn't work.
I kind of wonder if, like, the head of, like, you know... if the head of making these Sonic games has just got, like, some sort of weird, like, furry obsession. Like, if you look at the filmology, you know, and it's like, oh, hey, Furry Adventure 5. I see that there's a common thread here. I don't know.
Yeah. Beastiality is alive and well. It's Sega of America. Who cares? But, yeah, I know I'm getting really impassioned over a fucking cartoon Magic Hedgehog, but... like, I enjoyed the Sonic games so much as a kid, even though
well,
I
you would be
royally.
offended if Mario, like, suddenly became, like, a pimp, you know, in, like, Mario's sexy adventure. I mean, like, if Mario suddenly became Leisure Suit Larry, you would have things to say.
Yes, I would. Anyway, sorry. Hello. Get him. All right. Good kill. But yeah, it's just such a... Sega and Square Enix are the two developers right now that I think are most out of touch with their fan base.
Well, Squeenix has an excuse for that. It's making games primarily for its Japanese market, with the Western market as an afterthought.
That's true, and at the same time, Square Enix is still cranking out decent games now and again. But Sega just, like, does not seem to understand in the slightest, like, what people want from a Sonic game. Even though a year ago they released the best Sonic game ever, and people are like, hey, this is what we want. They still have, like, these execs or developers saying, like, no, this isn't what you want. We know what you want.
Do you think any of it... okay, and this, like, is something I guess I could prove if I took a little bit of time, but do you think any of it has to do with, like, having to deal with shareholders and being like, no, we don't want you to make a new Sonic. We want you to play it safe, you know?
But that's the thing, they're not playing it safe. Like, playing it safe would be releasing Sonic Mania 2. What they're doing is...
This is true.
What they're doing is they're looking at market analysis, which says, hey, the biggest game right now...
I'm sorry, an aside, did you just hear that?
No, I did not. Is your house being broken into?
No, never mind. I thought I had just heard a very... Never mind. Keep going, please.
Oh god, we're being haunted, aren't we? Halloween episode 1. Here we go, baby. No, so I honestly believe that what's happening with the Sonic franchise is the Sonic team and whatever shareholders are involved more than they should be with the game development side of things. They're looking at, like, market analysis, and they're saying, oh, hey, Sony this year just released God of War, and it was a reboot, and it was gritty and real, and the combat was Dark Souls inspired.
But they've done gritty and real.
Yeah, well, exactly, though. So God help me, the next game from the Sonic
they
3D
were just
series,
ahead of their time.
Yeah, they're gonna have some, like, Dark Souls elements. You know, they're gonna... I guarantee it, because that's what they do.
You know what? Sonic... I love Dark Souls, but I hate what it has done to the market. Oh my god.
I know, like, you can't have an action game that isn't Dark Souls right now. But yeah, like, look a couple years ago when they did Sonic Unleashed with the Were-Hedgehog. That was directly inspired by God of War, and the developer admitted that. He's like, we want to make Sonic Werehog play like Kratos from God of War. We want to show that Sonic can be an extreme action franchise as well as a platforming character. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? What makes you think this is going to work? Like, first, I have to turn around and accept that Sonic has fucking blood on his hands and is willing to, you know, kill with his claws. And then, after I've made that leap of faith from a fucking, like, Mickey Mouse ripoff, then I have to get on board with action combat that isn't anywhere near its source material in quality.
I'm gonna fight you on that a little bit. I mean, okay, but look at what Disney has done with Wolverine over all the years. I mean, okay, Disney, I'm sorry, I'm being an idiot here. Disney did not... Okay, look at what they've done with Wolverine with his movies over the last 5 years. He is like the most PG, family-friendly Marvel character, and you think on it, his power is using his metallic claws to eviscerate people at close range. I mean, maybe I'm just looking for an excuse to rant about this, but good lord, how are all his movies not rated R? Like, he is, and he's like the Boy Scout of the Marvel Universe, and he's like the most vicious... Go ahead.
A couple of things. First off, I'm not 100% sure I see the connection, and second of all, like, what, are we watching the same Wolverine? Like, I understand that they toned him down for the movie releases because they were shooting for PG-13 ratings.
Right,
Wolverine is fucking savage in the comics. Like, he is.
I'm not. I'm talking
dude.
like. I'm not necessarily talking about the comics here. I'm talking about the like newer iterations over the last 5 years. Where, like, you're right, where they were going for those more PG X-Men movies.
Yeah, but then they decided like, well, the best thing to do with Wolverine would actually be to be more faithful to the source material, and so we ended up getting Logan, which I really
right now Logan. Okay, Logan is the outlier. I'm kind of talking about everything before Logan. And
yeah, no, there were some really bad Wolverine
I,
movies. You're right.
Yeah, and I mean, I mean, look at what was the Wolverine movie before that one?
The Wolverine.
The Wolverine, right?
Ugh.
Yeah,
and before that, get this, Wolverine.
Yeah, that's more than I can keep track of.
Yeah, so 20th Century Fox can sometimes be the Sega of filmmaking, but
yeah, but
again,
it's same kind of. The link I was going with was, you know, we've got family friendly but vicious werewolf Sonic, and then it's kind of the same thing with Wolverine. So
I can see where you're going with that, I guess. Yeah.
No. After the episode Cinema Snark, where, by the way, I will no longer be playing these hardcore Perfect Agent missions. I would like to back up those statements. But anyways, go on.
No, but here's the thing though. So with Wolverine, you have a character that was.
I enjoyed
born...
Logan, by the way. Thoroughly enjoyed that movie, and I hate comic book movies. Go on.
No, I understand. So with Wolverine, you have a character that was born out of basically a racism before. So already the source material is fundamentally different from Sonic the Hedgehog. But then with all superheroes, you know, you have the actual character from the comics, and then you have kind of the family-friendly, child-approved version that has to be on the Saturday morning cartoons so that they can keep making toys and have money to produce more good stuff.
I will say, I am thankful
that
I am thankful that the Watchmen did spawn a Saturday morning cartoon.
Strung together, united forever.
They're
the best of friends. Oh God. Anywho.
And then there's Rorschach, friend of the animals.
But no joke. It's impossible to go the other direction with that. It's impossible to take a character that was conceived as a child-friendly kind of like 90s tongue-in-cheek radical character, and then expect me to take him seriously when he sprouts claws and begins like decimating the battlefield. Like,
well, I mean, this is comic book. I'm sorry, I interrupted you again.
Well, but I mean, if you want to make that game, then just make that goddamn game and leave Sonic the hell out of it. Like, if Sega wanted to make an action/game, they very well could have done that.
Whoa! We are not making a new IP. We are not making a new IP. We will shoehorn this in.
Well, right, because it's 2018, and the investors won't go for it because it's too risky. But goddamn, like, if
it's like with the Star Wars movies, I've always said Episodes 7 and 8 I feel would be just fine if it was some sort of cool new space war franchise. Not necessarily a continuation of Star Wars, but that's just my own stinky opinion.
No, I understand. Is this the final boss?
This is, this is Skidar Pope.
Nice! He's looking quite regal there with his gold scales. He's also not defending himself very hard.
I fight this guy, but I can't not hear the Jurassic Park theme.
Really? I can't wait to hear it. Chris Pratt is handsome. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. This whole kind of like, I love a good sequel as much as the next guy, but the kind of phase that we're in gaming where everything has to either be a knockoff or a sequel,
Just gotta play it safe, man.
It's
Oh, where is he?
frustrating because the best things to come out of every generation are the exciting new ideas. Like
It goes in 3 waves. There's the innovators, the imitators, and then the idiots.
yeah, but I mean, oh shit, nice kill. Yeah, Joanna, yes. Fucking
Right.
kill that motherfucker. That'd be great.
She admires her
Oh.
handiwork.
Right. But yeah, so let's use Assassin's Creed as a good example, right? When that came out at the beginning of the PS3 era, it was innovative, it was new, it was a bit clunky, it hadn't really come into its own yet. But it was so fun and exciting because it was unique. And then what happened? Every open world game for the next goddamn decade, including the 10 sequels that we got out of it, which is more than any game needs. Oh shit,
Hey,
Joanna.
it's sold. They made them. We kept buying them.
Yeah, I know, and I'm as guilty of that as anyone because I actually still enjoy the Assassin's
I mean, that
Creed.
series printed money.
But-
You would be financially irresponsible not to whore out that series.
Oh yeah, I know, and then that's one thing. But the problem is it became emblematic of a larger symptom in the gaming industry, which is that every developer has to follow market trends. And in a way, it's made me long for the days when gaming was just this kind of niche outsider kind of hobby, right? Like it wasn't a huge moneymaker.
Well,
And
hey,
so
when
every
things went
develop-
Go ahead.
Well, every developer was doing their own thing. Like Sega, they were the radical speed guys. Nintendo, they were the solid family-friendly platform.
And then Joanna and
Squaresoft was
Elvis walked
RPG,
off into the sunset together.
right? Capcom was shooters, and that was fine. Everyone had their thing, and they tried new and fun ways to explore that kind of genre that they built themselves into. But now it's just like you were saying, every action game has to be Dark Souls, every platforming game has to be
Well, until
Mario
something else
clones.
comes out, and then everything will imitate that. But, hey,
Right.
whatever gets those products off the metaphorical shelves, I guess.
It's just frustrating. And
Join
now-
us next week where I rant about pre-orders on digital copies.
Yeah, so the last thing I'll say is look at my favorite original IP out of the last generation, The Last of Us. Great game, and it's getting a sequel, and I'm gonna play that sequel, and I'm really excited for it. But all of a sudden, every single protagonist, and I'm borrowing this from Cracked, by the way, has to be a grizzled, bearded dad. Have you noticed that? We've entered the phase of dad in video gaming. And
Chris, that's because so many of the people who are buying games are dad. I mean, you think
I'm
about
dad.
it,
I don't care.
right? Oh, gee.
But at the same time,
It's like every time
don't
you
need-
watch an anime and it's about a bunch of high schoolers saving the galaxy from Satan, you sit back and you think, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Right.
Well, that's because you're supposed to be watching it at the age of 16 or 14, at which point this
Yeah.
would be the coolest... I'm sorry, I'm going to channel Negan.
I
That'd be
also
the
don't-
coolest shit you ever watched.
right?
Anyway.
I also don't need to keep playing as myself in these games. I play video games precisely to escape the humdrum of everyday life. I don't want to be a dad in a video game.
So, as we
anyway.
watch the credits go by here, that was Perfect Dark.
Yeah,
What did you think?
Good. Get me off this goddamn cesspool of a topic.
I
really
tried.
enjoyed this game. Thank you for introducing it to me finally.
I hope you've listened to the previous episodes, because I love how the entire soundtrack is just made by one guy on an electronic keyboard.
Yeah, right.
I will say,
Oh,
I
God.
thoroughly enjoy Joanna as a really good female protagonist.
Oh, I enjoy Joanna too.
Oh
maybe.
God, I shouldn't have thrown that out there. Maybe for different reasons.
Have to take it there, don't I?
Well, anyways, between saving the president of the United States, fighting evil corporations, and fending off a possible alien invasion, this game kind of had everything.
Yeah, well, rocking those legs, which is probably not the best comment to make during fucking Kavanaugh week, but whatever.
Oh, good lord.
Hey, closing thoughts for tonight. Perfect Dark. I loved it. Fuck you, Brett Kavanaugh. Fuck you, Donald Trump. And if you ever listen to this, fuck you, GOP.
So
Boom.
we picked a side on that one, huh?
Yeah,
I will
don't care.
close by
My
saying
bleeding heart-
this.
My bleeding heart liberal ass is quick caring because we're Democrats. We fucking lose. I will impotently piss into the wind on this channel as long as I can.
That's good because that is the only strategy the DNC has right now. So
God, we're just and I say we meaning me because I know you're libertarian at best.
I'm a Republican who's gone underground trying to figure out how we can best excise this demon from the party that's taken over.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm over here. We're just fucking losers. Like, I'm sorry.
We're looking. Yeah, you guys.
I still, like I said, I'm pretty left wing. I enjoy left wing principles. We are fucking losers. We suck. We fucking suck.
Let's explore that topic a bit more when we fire up an episode of Dune in 5 minutes. You want to know what?
Suck? Yeah, that's
you
fine.
You want to know what torture is? I have been smelling ribs, just caramelizing in the oven, and French fries and barbecue sauce cooked just to the point where it crackles when you bite into it. It being the perfectly cooked ribs. So I've been smelling that for the last hour. So everybody, that was Perfect Dark. This has been Play the Hits.
I'm gonna go mix myself another drink and mourn Sega and the Democratic Party. Nick, thank you again. Have a great night.
It has been fun, folks.